Okay, let's shout.
I've done that. Interesting.
Let's just talk about what the criterias you need to meet up in order to get an apartment of your choice. What are certain things that are like number one before you think of having an apartment? That your checklist.
For me, is the kind of neighborhood I'm going to. Like, what is around there? The school. Is there a school close to the place? Is there a church? Is there even a club close to the place?
Let's talk about it. So, how is that a problem? How is a school, a church, or a club a problem?
Now, why the school, church, or a club is a problem is based on noise and disturbance. So I would not like to be in a place where I'll be distracted or noise, external noise will be affecting me. Maybe during the week, the school that disturbing, during the weekend that you want to use and relax, the
Yeah.
church is there. Even at nights when you may be sleepy, the club is now banging music. So all these things are kind of criteria for me. Things I'll put first before I'll get apartment.
Have you had such experience, Amaka, with regards to environmental noise, pollution, basically? So can you
Yes.
share with us like the experience?
Yes, I have. Like I had one family member that stay around a school and a church. Like from Monday to Friday, always find it very hard for him to like concentrate. Even myself that came as a visitor. Like every time there is too much noise, like I always have headache, migraine all the time. Then let me say weekends now that I'm supposed to use and rest. Then
Chill, yeah.
church people who come with their drum and the noise and it affects me a lot. So I think when choosing an apartment, you should also consider all these necessary things and
Do you
also
actually
network.
okay? Do you actually think that a school can affect a residential area? Because I've never stayed close to a school, and I really do not even think that a school can be noisy. Can it really be noisy? A school?
It can be in the
Really?
morning days they drum.
Like, is it a local school or
Is
a private or a
a
government school?
private school.
They can't be noisy.
Yes, I
Very
remember
noisy,
my
like
my colleague. Sorry, my colleague at work was also was complaining that in order for her to know that she's late for work is the
it's like an
assembly.
alarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now when they now start
Makes
singing,
sense,
clapping
makes
for the assembly time,
That,
that's
that will be a discussion for another day because
okay.
I
Yeah.
wanted to even talk about why should a school always have an assembly before it starts? Like, why is that why people bring their children to school for that? But let's just leave that. Let's focus on what we're talking about because that's a topic on its own. It's very very broad.
Broad.
So another reason we've talked about environment. We've said that when you have a school or a church or even a club, we didn't even talk about the club
Club is
because
usually at night.
when you want to now
Sleep.
sleep, okay, school has closed.
Close.
Church has closed. I want to sleep. It's 9.
9.
You now have one. Give me the beats. Give me the beats. Odogu. It's crazy, actually. Okay, let's go to another reason. You were saying something about network.
Yes, I think I consider network like there needs to be network, or I need to check the network that works in that area. Imagine if I'm into all these remote job or all these online jobs,
Yeah,
and I don't have
which
a
is
good-
what is trending
which
right
is what
now.
is trending. And I don't have like a good network to be frustrating. It
Of
can be
course,
frustrating.
I totally agree with you.
I won't even be staying in the house. Also.
Yeah.
Just
Mm-hmm. And it's
rent,
no more your
lodge.
home anymore. Yeah. A lot of people lodge in hotels
Yes,
because they
bad
have
network.
bad. Yeah, it's. I know of someone who does remote job. Her residential area is not necessarily bad when it comes to network. In the contract, they signed that they paid for the hotel, and she uses the hotel's Wi-Fi so that nothing would interrupt the network. Network is very essential. In fact, there is this saying that says data is life.
Yes, I can't even stay.
Yeah, it messes up with your mood. To be
Yeah.
honest, if you stay where there is no data, your mood will be really messed up. Network is it's really something. Do you think that this affects urban areas? We know that network could affect a rural area. Does it necessarily apply to urban areas? What do you think?
Um. Yes, network also affects
There are
those in the
some
urban
network.
area.
There's some network that's, for example, now maybe MTN will be going in this area and in the other area Glow. So you need to like know the one that works
That
very
works.
well in your area
So
It's like
would that be a barrier? Because if I see an apartment I like, it's in an area and there is a particular network that works there,
you
I
can
could just buy it.
buy that.
I think what I normally do if
Mhm.
I go to a place I'm looking for an apartment, I will have like up to two networks, two to three different networks. I'll
Simple.
test the three of them. Then
Which
to
one?
check the one that is good.
Makes sense.
Then if maybe these three are not working, I'll
Mhm.
ask for then any person that is saying around which network are you using.
Works there.
So if it's something that okay, I know that this network I like it and I can continue going with it, I'll think.
And there's this ideology of people saying that, like on TikTok, I watch videos on TikTok and
Mhm.
they are like, before you rent an apartment, that you should go there during rainy season. Because
Mm.
sometimes, like, the ceiling might be leaking and you'll not
Mhm.
be able to, like, know. Because I should go there, like, during rainy season. Sometimes the water, your water will just flood your house.
I 100% agree with
And
that.
it also goes in line with road.
Mhm.
Because if you go during dry season, for example, here in Port Harcourt,
Mhm.
there are many places that they have a bad drainage system. So now, if you go during dry season, you will not know about this thing
Yes.
until rain starts.
Starts.
I'm to go out, you'll be swimming every day.
I'm telling you,
go
like
to
I've
come
had
Actually,
first-hand experience. I've had first-hand experience. When I came to Port Harcourt, maybe the first place I stayed, you literally have to go out with, if it's raining, you have to go out with bathroom slippers, then wear your shoe when you get to your location. You should have a big handbag where you have a spare bathroom slippers because you might be coming back and it will be raining. So even if you're going out and it's dry, just take your spare, because you know how Port Harcourt rain is. It can
Yeah.
start raining the
Now,
next minute.
yeah.
It might be very sunny and the next minute start raining. So you have to have a, you know, the way you have your comb in your bag or you have your lip
Mirror.
gloss or
bedroom
whatever.
slipper is supposed to be an
It's a
essential.
criteria. Do you understand? So areas like that, if you go there during dry season, you would not
Not
know
know. We never
unless you
know.
come. I'm telling you. So yes, that's a criteria. You need to come. I think the best time to look for house is when
Rainy
it's go.
season.
Unfortunately, most people go for house hunting during December because January a new house rent and all of that. So for people out there, please, the best time to get a house
It's
is
rainy
rainy
season.
season because you're going to form
For-
no landlord is going to tell a tenant that don't be annoyed though. During rainy season, this area is flood. No landlord will
Nobody
do
will
that.
spoil their market.
Nobody will do that. Even tenant self will say, "Main come
May
inside."
confess.
Main come in first. Do you get?
Like,
Yeah,
that thing
that's
is
valid.
crazy.
The road too, just as you said,
Mm.
for cars, you know, if if your car goes through, like, every day you drive through a bad road, you're not just talking about my car is driving under the road is bad. You're talking about car maintenance, extra funds will be going down for
Yeah.
something you're not even seeing.
So,
So it's crazy. And money too. So before you rent an apartment or before you get an apartment, the first thing you need to think about is even your budget.
That one is number one. Now.
What
yeah,
see, the amount of money you have might determine whether you stay
Say
in a
yes,
place that is
area.
yeah, in a place that is flooded, in a place that does not have network, in a place that does not have every other thing that we've talked about. So if a place that is usually flooded, in fact, I used to advise people, if you want to rent an apartment and it's ridiculously cheap, question it.
Yeah.
When an apartment is ridiculously cheap, ask yourself why. Why is this
This
apartment this
very cheap.
amount? Especially when okay, there is power supply, there is network.
Then
What was
what's
that?
making it cheap? What's
The
that thing
area
that is
is
making it cheap?
there must be something. So when the place is ridiculously cheap, it might even be that maybe during rainy season you might not be living there,
You
you'll be
might
living
be
outside.
Might be sleeping.
Yeah, we'll carry you and your family outside.
You possibly go outside.
So yes, there are places in Port Harcourt that in the house they don't put their phones on the floor.
Mm.
Nothing is on the floor. You see everything, they raise it up. Shoes, everything, chairs, everything is raised up because when it rains, it's terrible. So the money matters. What the amount of money you have might determine where you stay. The amount of money you have might determine whether you're going to a rural area or an urban area, and it also determine what you get to enjoy. the money you have will determine the kind of luxury you get. So that's number one for me, anyways. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's number one for me. What do you think?
I think to if we are to grade it,
Mm-hmm.
that money comes first.
Number one. So when
Number
you want
one.
to get an apartment, you say, okay, how much do I have first? Okay. Where am I? Where will this money carry me to? When you get to the place, you now start asking, okay, is the road good? Network.
Lights.
We've not talked about power supply,
Lights,
yes.
yeah.
So let's talk about power supply. What do you think?
I think it's also very necessary. It goes hand in hand with the network. Because for
Yes.
those working remote that are doing the remote job, they will need network and they will need lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they don't have these two essential things, someone will have for them.
Yeah.
It's a big
They
problem
can't
for
fund
them.
their bills. So yeah, that's very essential. For power supply, are there areas? Okay, now currently in Port Harcourt, I don't know if it's in every other place, but specifically here, we have the band A, band B, and band C. I don't know if there is D, E. I know A, B, and C. Where those in band A have more lights, more power supply than those in band B, than those in band C. So that means if you're coming to get an apartment, it's even a selling point. So if an agent tells you or a landlord tells you that this place is band A, it increases the rent percentage or price, whatever. The band A areas have higher, I think their bills are higher than the band B. The band B is a bit pricey. The band C it's quite cheap.
Like you said, their bills, is it NEPA bill or
Yes. No, they are light bills.
light bill?
Yes.
No, most times, I think most people are into prepaid.
Same thing. So if you pay, let me say, if you pay 1,000 naira and you get you're supposed to get, let me say, 10 units. I'm not certain. Let me just say 1,000 naira gives you 10 units. If you're in band A, 1,000 naira will be giving you 4 units. Yes. Band B, 1,000 naira might be giving you 6 units. While band C, 1,000 naira will be giving you 10 units. So because you get constant, it's just an advantage you get. That's it basically.
But okay, sorry. I'm trying to understand why the lights or the power supply people are doing this. Because if I'm in band A and I'm subscribing for a light, I'm paying for the lights, I'll be using it often because I have lights often. So the light is going down every time. But if I'm in band C, if I pay, it should not be going down like that because they will bring today, they'll take tomorrow. So the A is still spending more, and why is now he's I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I particularly do not know why, because I found out this from a friend of mine that was having I was having a conversation with her. I cannot categorically say what amount she mentioned, but I think it was about 1,000 naira, and she made mention of using 1,000 naira to get 4 units, and I was really because I don't calculate normally. I just pay and say, okay, this is going to last me for this period of time. Even in my business area, I pay for power supply, and I calculate how long it's going to last. But I don't get to see, okay, how many units do I get. So when she explained, I was like, oh really? I was shocked myself. I didn't even get to think about it, analytically, but I just felt like, okay, if you're getting this, maybe that's the advantage. Because if that's not an issue, I don't think the band A's will be crying, because everybody wants to be a band A, because everybody would want power supply. So if it gets to the point where you feel that, okay, I'm going out, I will not need power supply, you can turn it off. So I think, yeah, that's it. That's it. Band A, they have their bills is more expensive. Let's just round up everything. So the first thing we said we need is first money. How much do you have before you get an apartment? So these are, how much do I have? I need an apartment. How much do I have? Second thing should be the area. What's going on around this area? Is this where I would like to live? Is it an urban area or rural area? Do they have good network? Do they have good road? And what kind of neighbors would I be having? Then before we go down to power, band A, band B, or band C, do I really need power like that? Is it necessary that I do this or that?
So people might go for solar.
Yeah. So a lot of people say that are in band A, because of the high price of tariff, the high tariff, they go for solar.
Yeah.
So I think that's even the best option for every band. So if power, I think power should be like the least, because it's something you can resolve by yourself. Yeah, power is the least for me. Then neighbors, unless there is a law, Nigeria, I think there is, but maybe it's not implemented.
Yes, there is. I think there was a time in Lagos they started something like that, telling the church people that they are not meant to bring out their speakers outside.
Okay.
So I think there is something like
no
that.
matter how they keep their speaker inside, it's still loud. It's loud.
So whatever you are doing, just have that at the back of your mind. What do you want to do, so that you would not stay in a place and be frustrated. Yeah. So that's it for us tonight.
Okay, guys, bye.